Howdy, Ray from loveyourrv.com, and today I'm going to finish up my review of the TadiBrothers digital wireless system for backup cameras. If you have been following along, a couple weeks ago I installed this baby on our Cougar fifth wheel, and now I've used it for a few weeks as we've made our way down the Oregon coast on our snowbird adventures, so I've had a good chance to put it through its tests. And so I'll go through a list of pros and cons I've come up with it. So far I really like it. I'm pretty impressed with its stability for a wireless system, and it puts out a pretty good picture. But its range is very long, like it stays connected. I'll show you that at the end of the video. Maybe I'll do a little bit of driving around the RV park here and show you how far it can maintain its connection. So let's just go through some of the pros and cons. I guess we'll start with the pros. I just have it set up right now in the truck, and I'm shooting behind the rig there. You can see the photo there. So my list of pros. First on the list, we have a reasonably clear picture on it. Not fantastic, but it does the job. It has a nice wide angle. I think it's 120 degrees, so you can see quite a bit off to each side, which is nice when you're on the highway. You can see off into each lane, so I found that really handy for tracking vehicles behind me, especially if they're kind of merging in on my blind side there. I can pick them up before they get right in my blind spot. And also it has a nice big display. This display is 7 inches diagonal, so that's handy. I can really pick out the cars in it. It's bright enough to see in full sun. You can adjust the brightness on it quite a bit, so no problem there. It doesn't get washed out in really bright light. The kit itself came with lots of accessories, so it was easy to hook up. Had all the wiring I needed to hook it up. Also different mounting methods. The camera itself has a good heft to it, and it's got a metal case on it. Looks really tough and rugged, and so far it's proven to be that. I've put it through a lot of wet weather and rough roads down here, and I haven't had any problems with leaks. And I really like the performance in the rain. It's got a little metal cover on the top, and that has kept the screen from getting, all kinds of droplets on it and washing out the vision, so it stays pretty clear in the rain. Also, the picture is very stable under motion when we're driving along. I guess because I mounted it right on the top part of the rig, the roof, and right on a solid beam, so I don't get any jitter or any instability like that when I'm driving along. It also has pretty good performance in low light. You can see it now. We're a cloudy day right now, and it's picking up a pretty clear picture. And at night it also has some LEDs that kind of light up behind the rig. I don't find that they really are like a big flashlight going back, but they light it up when it's pitch black. It's simple to install, and it also has a 30-day money-back guarantee from TadiBrothers, and also the company is located in LA, California, so they're available in the US, and supposedly they have very good tech support. You can actually call them and they'll answer the phone. So there's the pros. Now let's go through some of the cons, some of the things that I didn't like or they could improve. So number one on my list of negatives is this suction cup mounting bracket. It broke. You can see here, if you look close, that plastic in there snapped, and that was about the 3rd time I used it. It was a cold morning and I had left it to the windshield, but when I went to pull the lever, I wasn't that hard on it at all, and I just pulled the lever to make the suction happen, and bang, it snapped. So I don't find that this mount, it's kind of a cheap mount, so I wasn't very happy about that. Maybe I got a dud, I don't know, but it'd be nice if maybe there was a little more metal in that mount. Also, the picture does glitch occasionally when you're driving through heavily populated areas, like urban areas, I guess it picks up some other wireless signals. And it's not a long glitch, but I've seen it black out, and I've seen it kind of have some stutter as we go through. A lot of times it's intersections, so maybe something to do with the light system in there. Also, the picture on it, you know, they say it's HD quality. Well, I guess with the wireless transmission, it's not like you're going to see if you watch HD movie on your smartphone or a tablet where it's crystal clear. It's not as bad as SD quality, but it's not quite a full HD quality. But for its use, it's definitely good enough. Motion isn't perfectly fluid at higher speeds. Like when I'm bombing along the highway and I look at it, and if I look at the lines on the road, there'll be a bit of stutter. And if cars are going by really quick, there'll be a bit of stutter, which is okay for its use as well. If you notice the color balance, the display, compared to the normal color, it's a little pinkish bluish, so that's a little off, and there's no real way to adjust that. The display has pretty limited adjustments on it. You get only contrast, brightness, and something called saturation. And I wouldn't call its color that great. It doesn't really pick up colors as well as, say, you know, my camcorder does, or even my dash cam. Also, it seems a little bit overexposed in the brighter areas. Like if I zoom in on that fifth wheel in that white car, they're quite whited out. So I would call that its wide dynamic range isn't as good as some cameras. But like I say, I'm kind of nitpicking at that. For what it does, it's a backup camera and a kind of a rear view mirror camera. All you want to do is be able to see objects. So it does that fine. And finally, I've compared other prices on the market, and it looks a little more expensive. Like the quality, there's quality in the camera for sure, and the display, but others on the market are about $100 cheaper. The only thing I can say is they do offer that 30-day money-back guarantee, and their 24/7 support from a company that's based in the US, so that's good. And you also get this little remote. Not sure what you would need that for, but it's kind of cool to have. I guess if you were mounting it somewhere else as a security camera, you could use that, so you can do all the functions on the remote. All the menuing you can go through. One thing it does do as far as wireless, it really paired up quickly. I was surprised. Sometimes when you're trying to pair up wireless systems, there's all kinds of it's all flaky and it takes a while to get them paired, but it paired really quick, and it's been solid since. Every time I turn it off and on, it comes on really quick, which is nice. You're not waiting for it to boot up. So there you go. There's some pros and cons after I've used it for a few weeks. So let me take you for a ride in the campground, and you'll be amazed how long the connection will last. Ready to go, Pero? Yeah, let's go. Okay, here we go. Of course, it's going to start raining. Welcome to the Oregon coast. Yesterday we had rain all day long. Must have been like 2-3 inches of rain. It was amazing how much it rained. So you can see we're about 100 yards away, no problem. Just get out on the road and do a loop around back into the RV park. You see it's starting to blink a bit there. Okay, you saw it blink there, so it's starting to lose some signal. Let's pop out onto the road here. There, it's cutting out, so I'm a long way away though from the rig. Let's just turn in here. Back back into the RV park. Let's show where it picks up some signal. There we go. So now it's grabbed some signal already, which I think is pretty amazing because we're way over there. The RV is way over there. Let's go in here. Okay, so I'm probably a good football field away. There we go. So there's our rig there. You can see the camera mounted up top. And we'll just pull you'll see me go into the frame pretty soon. There we are. So you can see I'm quite a bit off to the side of the rig. It's picking me up already. So there's a good field of vision there. There we go. Cool. Well, there we go. I hope you found that review useful. If you want to check out my install, if you missed it, I'll put a link in the description, or you can always go to loveyourrv.com and just do a search for backup camera or TadiBrothers and you'll find it. Also, I'll have a full blog post on this review, and you can check that out too. So until next time, this is Ray from loveyourrv.com. Happy trails. Cheers.